Alright, let me start this video off by saying that DeMar DeRozan is cheeks. Alright, let's start with point guard. Trae Young, he might go, he may not go, going up against Utah. They'll probably just rest him because Utah are a bunch of buns. Let's see what it says. Probable. Oh, he's probably gonna play. Probable means more likely to play. Just in case y'all was wondering, probable means more likely to play. Questionable is like 50-50. And then doubtful is like most likely not. You feel me? LaMelo, match approved, a little bit spicy with that pricey. 9,500. I don't mind it. I haven't played a lot of LaMelo, but he's usually on a Jokic, Wemby, Giannis slate, AD slate, so it's hard to get to him. Jokic slate, Tatum slate. It's gonna be hard to get to him again. Sengun, AD, so it's gonna be hard to get to him. If you get to him, that's fine, no problem with it. Heroes 9,100. That's a little bit spicy. Miami's in shambles. They're playing a little bit decent tonight against Sacramento, but overall they're in shambles. Something's wrong with Bam. If Hero don't hit his shots, you're not paying off 9,100. Hard in Golden State's defense is still a little bit decent. Hard to get to. Booker had 10 points Monday night. What the fuck is that about? You're supposed to be an elite shooting guard. 10 points ain't gonna cut it. Let me see. Did it sync? Yeah, it synced. Not sync, but it's current. 38 minutes, 10 points. I don't give two fucks what happened in the game. 10 points is diabolical. But I've been saying he's not hitting like he was last season. I've been saying it. 50 once, 50, 49, 40, 28, 65. He's all over the place. Devin Booker needs to be 8K. When he's 8K, they chop that 900 off that $8,900 price, then we'll talk. DeJounte Murray looks spectacular because what's his name? Can't even think. Murphy's out. Murphy's gonna be out. Murray and McCollum look a lot better without Murphy. If Murray can't go, McCollum looks spectacular. But then what happens is, actually, I was going to say you had a blowout risk, but not even, because Minnesota's not good. They're only winning by heroics from Edwards, and he can't do that every night. So let's see what we're going to do. There's no Murray. McCollum gets a bump. Alvarado probably gets a bump. He does get a bump. Boston, they still have Herbert Jones, but he doesn't shoot a lot. Zion is questionable. Miss me with that, please. Please miss me with that. And regardless if he plays, he's going to be limited. Missy gets a bump. McCollum gets a bump. Alvarado and Boston get bumps if Murray can't go. Okay? Okay. Let's continue. Jamal Murray's an okay play, absolutely having his fantasy points limited by Westbrook. Dyson Daniels gets a bump if there's no young, but most likely young plays. Daniels is still a good play against Utah. Beal off the bench. I thought it was going to go the other way, but he's embracing it so far. Going up against Charlotte, Beal looks like a very good play. Shove him up your ass. Pause. Derek White's always in play. The fact that they haven't raised Amen Thompson's price when it was stated days ago that he was going to be in the starting lineup is a crime against DraftKings. And Amen Thompson should probably be one of the first guys in your lineup. Amen Thompson's already been in the league not that long. I've had so many top 5 finishes just with shoving on Amen Thompson. He grabs rebounds. He gets blocked. He does everything. He's under 7K. He does everything. If he starts, he's going to hit value. He's going to pay it off. 16 rebounds, 11 rebounds, 10. He grabs more rebounds than most centers in this soft-ass league. Now shove Amen Thompson up your ass, and I don't want to hit the rest of it. If Jalen Green is out, shove Amen Thompson in up your ass again. Twice. That's how good he is. If Thompson is out, not Thompson, if Green is out, shove Thompson, shove Van Vliet. Okay. Austin Reeves is in play. Don't let AD and Braun scare you off of Reeves. He's a triple double threat. He does a little bit of everything. He's like I don't want to say baby Luka, but he does a little bit of everything. Van Vliet, 7,200. He's a spectacular play if there's no Jalen Green. Westbrook's okay. Dinwiddie got benched. Wow. Dinwiddie's going to be unplayable coming off the bench. Sexton, you could take a shot. Pritchard, Tyus Jones in play. Schroeder's in play. We'll keep an eye on New Orleans for Alvarado, but he's kind of pricey. He needs to start at that price. He should be 3,300. What are we doing? How many minutes is he playing? 12 minutes? And he's 56K, right? Okay. 5,600. The fuck out of here. He's probably unplayable. I really need him to start, and even then, that price is like, we need to know he's playing 35 minutes. That price is outrageous. No Mitchell for me. I'm done with him for the rest of the season. Collier's price come up $900. Not really interested in paying $42 for him. I'll pay minimum for him to get in Wemby, to get in Jokic, but $4,200 on a random Tuesday. No, thank you. Conley got benched because these buns. The rest of these guys are unplayable. Let's go to shooting guard. All right, where are we? Brandon Miller, Mr. Glass, 8,600, kind of pricey. We don't ever know if he's going to finish the game or not. He played 32 minutes, 34 fantasy points. That doesn't quite pay off his price. I'll pass. Jaylen Brown's in play. Anthony Edwards is in play. If Anthony Edwards is heating up, this might be the time to play him before he goes back to 9K. We'll keep an eye on Poole. Klay Thompson is cheeks. They started him at point guard. I don't know what the fuck they was thinking. 27 minutes, 29 fantasy points. 5 for 16. I like the shots. The minutes are okay, but you're going to need 30, 38, 37, 38, 39 fantasy points. Okay, what is he, 6'2"? He's 6.2K. You're going to need 38 fantasy points from this guy. If you think you could get 38 fantasy points on DraftKings out of Klay Thompson, play him. That's how I'm going to play it. I'm not really interested in Quentin Grimes. If he starts, he's an okay play, but Rozier starting at 5,100 seems fine. Braun, you could take a shot. I'm sure Joel Embiid will be back. Wait. Is that Cody or Caleb? It's Cody. Cody Martin. We don't need Cody Martin because LaMelo is playing. Is LaMelo questionable? LaMelo is not questionable. So we don't really need Cody like that. We don't need Cody. Cody's not a bad play, but he doesn't get a bump with LaMelo and Miller and Bridges. So I don't need Cody. Not interested in Duncan Robinson off the bench. Max Christie, you could take a shot. I don't mind him. He's active. The rest of these guys, I'm not going to be touching. All right. And like I said, just keep your eye on New Orleans bench pieces if there's no Murray. Tatum's always in play. No marketing for me. I'm done with him. I don't care what the situation is. I'm done with him. If there's no marketing, what we're gonna do is this. So we got Sexton in play. Collier if you're desperate, but I'm not feeling him like that. If there's no marketing, they're gonna try to start Ju Zhang or Michalik and Potter. The better play here is Sensabaugh. People aren't gonna play him because he's coming off the bench, and I'm pretty sure he was in my winning lineup last night, if I'm not mistaken. But don't let Sensabaugh coming off the bench fool you, because my man gets busy. 28 minutes, 11 for 19, 32 fantasy points. Game before that, 26 minutes, 12 for 18, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 51 fantasy points. Man is not playing around. If there's no marketing, Thompson and Sensabaugh, two guys going in my lineup right away. All right, where are we? Marketing, right? Hunter looks better if there's no Young, but like I said, Young should be playing. We'll keep our eye on Koulibaly. Porter's an okay play. Wiggins is fine because there's no Kuminga. Herbert Jones looks better with no Murray. Champagne if there's no Koulibaly. Jaquez if he starts. Dylan Brooks is buns too, but he looks better with no Jalen Green. Najee Marshall if he starts, he's an okay play. Sensabaugh, Whitmore, Christie, like I said earlier. And that's probably all I really need from these ball boys. Maybe Keontae George if there's no Koulibaly. Let me see how many minutes he played last game. Matter of fact, he started the second half of Brogdon if I'm not mistaken. He went 0 for 7. Keyshawn George, 3,600. If they start him, he's playable. All right, before we go to power forward, if you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you don't have time to wait for starting lineups, you don't have time to wait for news, you don't have time to do research, you want me to send you my finalized, optimal, updated lineups right before lock, check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Super chats are open. Everything else should be in the description. Let's go to power forward. Let's wrap this up. Durant 9-4 is in play. He's an okay play. I like him a lot better with Beal off the bench. Bridges is fine at 79, but I'd prefer Mr. Glass to be out. Randall is cheeks. Can't depend on him. Can't count on him. 26 fantasy points, 28 fantasy points. Came back, came to work, 50 fantasy points, back to 33 fantasy points. This is the thing. If you're paying $7,400 and you're getting 33 fantasy points out of your guy, you already lost. Just fucking throw your phone out the window and turn on Netflix, because there's going to be no fantasy sports to sweat. You feel me? Julius Randle, 14 fantasy points. I said he was cheeks. Cheeks, total cheeks. Spoke about Miles, spoke about marketing. PJ Washington, he might have a good game against the Lakers because they let people tee off with the threes, but he's not reliable and I don't trust him, so he's not going in one of my few lineups. 12, 41. He followed up 41 with a 13. Follow up 13 with a 26. That he had 44 last night, but he had 22 shots. He does look a lot better with Dinwiddie coming off the bench. I take a shot, but I'd be very scared. I'd be scared to death playing him in my lineup. Cause he could hold you or he could fold you. SARS in play. Looks like Christina is ready to play. 31 minutes, 41 fantasy points. He's 6K. This is where I take my shot. This is where he shows me. Is he a man or is he a bitch? Is he Kyle or is he Christina? We'll find out on Tuesday night. Kyle Kuzma is in the player pool. Draymond's an okay play. He's an okay play. Nothing spectacular. We spoke about Champagne. Spoke about Brooks. Nas Reed if you're desperate. We spoke about SUPERBOWL. Cam Whitmore looks a lot better with no Jalen Green. Don't need Finney Smith. All right, let's go to center. Let's wrap this up. Ooh. If you think this Denver-Boston game is going to be close, find value in shove Jokic. Find value, play AD. He's a monster. 67, 62, 59, and 59 fantasy points last 4 games. The game before, the 5th game, he got hurt 7 minutes. Sengun's in play, going up against Washington. He might actually have a spectacular game going up against Washington bigs. I don't trust Bam. He's banned. Porzingis, I don't trust his durability to complete a game. I don't see anything here that indicates that you need him for a tournament. 30 minutes, 8, 12 shots, a few rebounds, a couple blocks. Nothing crazy. I don't need him. Kessler's in play against Atlanta. Mark Williams is in play at 6K. I'll probably give a little bit of a bump to Missy. They're the same. They're one and the same. If Murray's out, I'll probably give a little bit of a bump to Missy. Nurkic off the bench at 5,700. No, thank you. Let me see what he did anyway for shits and giggles. 14 minutes. They don't like that, man. They don't like him. Gobert's 5,500. If there's any time to take a shot on Gobert, this is it. $5,500 Gobert. Fire his ass up. Valanciunas is in play. Capella if you're desperate. Jackson Davis should have a bounce back game at 5,200. Lively's in play with no Gafford. I heard Gafford was going to be out for a little while, so I'm not even going to read this. Plumlee if you're desperate because he's starting. Okongwu at 46 because he's better than Capella. The rest of these guys I'm not going to be touching. So, with that being said, I'm going to go on and get out of here. I appreciate y'all taking time to listen to my video. Don't forget, hit the bell, thumbs up the video, all that good stuff. Check out the Patreon. Check out the channel memberships. Hope you had a profitable Monday night, and I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao.